Hi everyone, and welcome to a new TFT video. Today I want to talk about the upcoming patch 13.4 that should be out later this week. And after reviewing Mort Dog's patch rundown and just seeing what things are going to be buffed, what things are going to be nerfed, I thought of putting together a video of like what I think is going to be fairly strong and uncontested, especially the first few days when people are still trying to figure out the meta. So hopefully this video helps you out, particularly choosing what to play those first few days when people are just kind of like all over the place and not knowing what to pick or what to buy, what to roll, etc, etc. So the first comp I want to talk about is Black Rose and Dominators. This comp is already quite strong. Like, I don't think it's stronger than most of the super meta comps right now, but it definitely can get you like top fours very easily if you play it well and consistently and are uncontested. This comp, as I said, is already really good. However, I think that the buffs to Morgana are actually going to do this comp a lot of good. You can now flex Morgana reroll if you need to, and obviously if you get the chance to. Morgana 3 is going to be really strong with her new buffs. I'm not saying you should get Morgana 3 every single game, but obviously if you get the chance, you should go for it. I think Morgana comps are going to be really good if you're playing with Moonlight, or if you get the Worth the Wait anomaly. She is going to shred entire teams on her own. Next up, I have the Gloves Off comp. This comp just revolves around the augment Gloves Off. Basically what that does, it just makes Vander a lot stronger. And Vander is getting some nice buffs this patch that are also going to really help out with this comp. In general, this is just like a solid comp. No one is really contesting this right now, and I doubt that people are going to jump on the opportunity to just play Vander, particularly because Family is kind of bad right now. A lot of people were forcing Family and Gloves Off last patch, but it really took a hit with the 13.3 patch updates. However, I really think this is going to be low-key really strong. I think people who get a nice 2-1 augment for Vander, it's just going to be really good. A lot of the comps that I'm going to talk about, particularly after this one, have to do with Watcher buffs. Garen and Vander and Vladimir are getting buffs, so just a heads up to those people playing Sentinels or Bruisers over Watchers. It might be time to start playing Watchers a little bit more. The third comp I have here is a kind of interesting one that I don't see it as often as I'd like to, and maybe that's a good thing. But I think Loris Twisted Fate Reroll is really strong. Not a lot of players are currently playing it because it's kind of niche and might as well just go Vertical Enforcer at that point. But if you manage to like roll really nicely at level 7 and get a bunch of Lorises and Twisted Fates, this comp is going to be really strong. That Loris buff to 3-star Loris is probably a little bit too strong in my opinion. I think Loris is going to be one of the best tank next patch. It also, it's a buff to particularly any Sentinel Frontline comp. Obviously, if you go for Loris 3, if not, it's just going to be the same. I mean, it's already a strong comp, strong Frontline. It just makes it a little bit better. Vertical Enforces is already a pretty strong comp, and this just makes it a little bit better. Next up, I have a very similar one to the Vander Gloves Off. This is just the Crimson Pact, which is basically the same thing, but for Vladimir. Turns Vladimir into a ranged DPS. That's actually going to be really strong, I think, with the buffs to Scar, Garen, and Vander. Crimson Pact is already like an interesting reroll augment, but I really feel like it's going to push it over the top this patch, and now like it's actually worth taking. This also buffs Sorcerer's Vertical, particularly with the Sorcerer's buffs this patch. This might be a really nice augment to start taking. Vladimir can be really strong with this if you have a very nice Watcher frontline. To wrap it all up, pretty much any Watcher flex comp is going to be quite strong this patch. I think my favorite is either going to be between the one you have on screen with Tristana and Corki on the backline, just because it's very easy to follow, very straightforward. But the other one that I'm very excited about is the Firelight one, just because of the Scar buffs. Zeri is incredibly contested right now, particularly because like every single YouTuber is making videos of her right now. But next patch, maybe as people are trying out new things, she might be a little bit more available. And Firelight, Zeri with a Kate or a Twitch is just going to be very nuts. So Also, I mean, I think you guys know just how much I like Firelight in general. It's one of the most fun synergies out there, and I don't know, just really looking forward to seeing and playing this comp out there. And that would be all for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Hoping to make more videos this upcoming weekend, and as always, please like and subscribe. Helps me out a ton, helps the channel grow, and I'll see you on the next one. Happy rolling.